for another day of the week. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Chasing That Paper, presented by Vegas Insider, coming off a 4-2 program with Ian there on Monday. So a nice run of profitable programs over here at Chasing That Paper. Flying solo today, so we'll have you in and out fairly quickly. I have my 4 top plays for Major League Baseball. I'm also going to tell you who the most disappointing team in Major League Baseball is this season. We'll get right into that in a moment. Until then, do me a favor. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button right down there. Okay, that's enough small talk. Let's get right into the action. My 4 favorite plays of the day for Major League Baseball. We're going to start things off with my favorite play of the day. It is in Chicago, where I'm going to take the Phillies to go over their team total of 3.5 runs, coming in at -120. So Marcus Stroman on the bump for the Cubbies, and this guy gets absolutely smacked at home. He has a 6.31 ERA in 10 starts at Wrigley Field. The opponents actually scored 5 or more in 7 of those 10 games. He's backed by a bullpen that is absolute bullshit. 24th in ERA over the last month. And the Phillies offense, hey, pretty good. They are 4th in OPS versus right-handed pitching over the last month. That's pretty important considering Stroman is a right-handed pitcher. So give me the Phillies over 3.5 runs. Next up, let's dive deep into some pitcher props here. We're going to start things off with Lance McCullers Jr. I like him to go over his strikeout total of 6.5, coming in at -125. So McCullers Jr. really starting to find his groove here. A bit slow out of the gates to his season, which just started in August, by the way. But he's on a serious roll here in September. 32 strikeouts in 4 September starts. 7 or more in 3 of those 4 starts. He's got a good opponent here to fill the stat sheet up against. The D-backs striking out at a very high rate. The second highest K percentage, both overall and versus right-handed pitching over the last 2 weeks. They are hitting a lot of air, so we'll take McCullers Jr. over 6.5. Next up, look who's on the mound here for the Brewers, Adrian Hauser. Do we have any Adrian Hauser fans watching the program today? So you might take a look at his strikeout total. Sitting there at 2.5. Oh my God, you might think that's pretty low. Guess what? It's not low enough. I'm taking the under on that one. Coming in at -105. So check out Adrian Hauser here in the month of September. He has 3 total strikeouts in 18.2 innings of work, not generating a lot of swings and misses. 0 strikeouts in 2 separate starts already this month, for God's sakes. He's got a tough matchup here versus the Cardinals, the 4th lowest strikeout percentage versus right-handed pitching this month. Don't expect a long leash for this guy by any means. He hasn't hit 90 pitches in a start yet in June. First sign of trouble, he could get yanked. Brewers, a fresh bullpen. They did not play yesterday, so low number, but like I said, not low enough. And it wouldn't be a big baseball show around here without a walk prop. And of course, we got to dive into this big Reds-Pirates game that everybody is talking about. You got to have a bet for this, right? So we're going to take a look at Mitch Keller. His walk total is 1.5. This is a very easy one, guys. Going to take the over on this one, -110. So he's topped 1.5 walks in 7 straight starts now. He cannot be trusted at home, where he has some serious control issues. 2 or more walks in 11 of 15 home starts over the course of the season. Not very good at all. And he's faced the Reds twice this season, 5 total walks. Those 2 games, so we'll take Keller. Go over his walk total there. You gotta love these walk props, right? All right, so 4 total bets right there for you guys. If you're looking for a place to place these bets at, I recommend placing them over at BetMGM. Let me tell you a little bit about them. Kick off the new pro football season with the king of sports books from now until this Thursday. Sign up with BetMGM using bonus code VIBONUS. You'll receive $50 free on sign up and a risk-free bet up to $1,000. That's VI bonus 50, all one word, no spaces. VI bonus 50. I repeat, and your first wager is risk-free up to $8,000. Visit betmgm.com for terms and conditions. Bet BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. There you have it. Okay, guys. So big, indeed, Ric Flair. Big MLB show today. Season winding down. A little bit over a week left in the regular season. So I want to take a look at who the most disappointing team in all of Major League Baseball has been this season. We got a couple good candidates here. San Francisco Giants, perhaps, failing to live up to that gigantic breakout they had last season. To be fair, though, they did really overachieve, and they haven't been completely horrible this season. And, of course, don't even get me started on the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, for God's sakes. 19 games below 500, completely wasting the tail end of Trout's prime and the start of Ohtani's prime. But here's the thing. I expected them to suck, so not really a disappointment here for the Angels. You can take a look at a team like the Texas Rangers. They spent a lot of money in the offseason. Seager and Simeon, John Gray over from the Rockies. They come in action today. 22 games below 500. But same thing, not a whole lot was expected from them coming into the season. And then you can take a look at teams like the Tigers and Marlins. They failed to take any sort of step forward. These teams just going to suck forever. And, of course, a big letdown season for the Red Sox. But maybe you can give the Red Sox a bit of a pass, They seem to get into the playoffs almost every year. So a bit of a down season for them. But the answer to the question, who is the most disappointing team in Major League Baseball here in 2022? The answer is the Chicago Shit Sox. That's right. The Chicago White Sox are the most disappointing team in all of Major League Baseball here this season. Despite the fact that they play Major League Baseball's worst division, they come into action today below 500 with a negative run differential. Despite the fact that they play in the worst division in baseball, they are 10 games behind division-leading Cleveland and 7.5 games out of a wild card spot. So seriously underachieving given all the talent they have. And they can make all the injury excuses that they want. This team always has injury excuses. It's part of the game. What's the excuse for being 8 games under 500 at home? What's the excuse for Lucas Giolito having an ERA over 5? What's the excuse for having a losing record to every team in the division except for the Detroit Tigers? Congrats on beating up on the Tigers. I'll tell you what the excuse is. It's Tony La Russa, and it's their own fault. And this is a hire, as soon as they made it, everybody knew it was a gigantic mistake. And it's a hire that they should be absolutely ashamed of. This is a guy who's made a lot of colossal, absolutely humiliating mistakes that he refuses to own up to. And the club refuses to send him packing. This guy should have been fired coming into this season. He should have made it a second season with this team. Are you kidding me? The team is way too stubborn to make a change. You know who wasn't too stubborn to make a change when things weren't going very well with their managerial situation? The Toronto Blue Jays and the Philadelphia Phillies. How are those teams doing since they fired their managers? Well, they're both going to finish the season with a winning record. They'll both likely make the playoffs here as well. And they play in a much tougher division than the AL Central, for God's sake. So Chicago White Sox, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. Your 2022 season, a complete and total disgrace. The season, second the season ends, you got to send La Russa packing here. Bring in some players that can actually stay healthy and start the season over again here in 2023. Just a big disappointment there for the Chicago Shit Sox. Okay, so if you like what we do here at Vegas Insider, you're going to want to check out the Vegas Insider app. We've got up-to-date, easy-to-navigate odds for every major sport. We have all of our latest shows, best bet videos, and podcasts, props, trends, features, news, all on the Vegas Insider app. Download the Vegas Insider app right now on Apple and Android. Bet better with the Vegas Insider app. Another thing you're going to want to check out here at Vegas Insider, it's time for a handicapper heat check presented by VegasInsider.com. Of course, you're home for the best expert picks in the business since 1997. Today, we recognize MLB expert Will Rogers. Will is dominating the diamond with a 9-1 record over his last 6 days. That's pretty good. Knock it out of the park with Will Rogers' daily MLB package, or sign up for a weekly or monthly subscription. Visit VegasInsider.com/picks or click Will's promo on the Vegas Insider homepage. That's your handicapper heat check. Stay hot betters. Here we go, guys. 9 minutes into the show. This might be a record here at Chasing That Paper for the fastest show ever. But still a lot coming up here at Vegas Insider. You're going to want to check out Down to the Wire with Kevin Rogers this evening, 6 Eastern, right here on the Vegas Insider YouTube channel. You're going to want to check back on this show tomorrow. Big college football day with Devin Walker. I'll have my usual handful of Major League Baseball picks. That's it. Good luck with your bets tonight, unless you are fading me. And as always, keep chasing that paper.